Welcome back everyone. I hope you all are cognitively engaged in these asynchronous sessions. In earlier video, we got to know about the strategies for engaging students in asynchronous classes. In this video, we'll be learning about the strategies for engaging students in synchronous classes. It is easy to place an online class on autopilot mode where the students go through a number of resources, be it audio visuals that are posted, be it assignment drop boxes or discussion threads or chats. All these can be set up ahead of time. With all these facilities available, who needs an online instructor? It's simple, your students do. Because you are there not only to motivate them, but also to answer their questions. You are there to guide them in the right direction, to explain why something on an assignment is incorrect, and most importantly, to remind them of the subject's importance in their lives. Synchronous class is a great way to garner everyone's thoughts, comments, opinions, expertise, and examples of how principles in this course are applied in real-world situations. It brings a personal feel to a virtual class and makes the environment more interactive. Collectively, all these contribute towards fostering a sense of classroom community. So, let us start with the strategies that could be adopted to boost students' cognitive engagement in synchronous classes. Here comes the first strategy, that is, ice-breaking sessions. Let the students get to know you and each other. It can be done through introduction or icebreaker activities. But rather than using repetitive and mundane introductions like, what is your name? What was your score in the last year? Or what are your hobbies, etc. Consider jazzing these up. You must be thinking how to jazz up an introduction. It's simple. Ask your students to share their previous experience in online learning, what they are looking forward to learning in the class, what are their preferences for being evaluated, and a bit of personal information, maybe about any of their life-changing experience. You could also ask students to go through the course contents well in advance and do a quick research about the topics. Then you can have them share their ideas on the content that would be discussed in the class. It could actually turn out to be a good way of exposing students to the topics that they would be delving into over the upcoming months. Having an introduction or icebreaker can set the tone for students engaging and interacting with one another and encourage social interactions. Next strategy is turn your webcams on. Ask the students to keep their cameras on. I understand that the students don't like to have their webcams on when they are participating from home. But showing their faces and seeing yours creates a sense of connection and accountability. It could help to overcome the disconnectedness created by these virtual meetings and hence helps in creating a focused learning environment. This will not only boost the online presence, but also the attention of the students during the class. You as an instructor will also benefit from these working webcams. You can know when the students are lost or bored, or at least that they are still present. In order to ensure that the students turn on their cameras, make it a course expectation and explain why is it important. In case students have technical issues and they cannot switch on their webcams, then notify them that they can be asked a question anytime during the class. This will ensure that the students meet your course expectation. We now move on to the third strategy, question and answer sessions. Questioning is the art of learning. Questions posed by the students are the best evidence of their level of understanding as well as their level of engagement in class. So, motivate students to ask more and more questions by giving them an opportunity to ask. You can motivate students by asking them to come with one burning question about the topic at hand. Something that frustrates them, or something that confuses them, or that they want a chance to ask you or their classmates. You can start the class by giving some or all of your students depending on the class size, of course, the opportunity to ask their questions. But don't be in a hurry to answer those questions. First, see what answers or insights the class can provide. It would allow students to learn and inquire regularly. Next, in-class daily challenge. An opportunity of earning bonus marks will always boost motivation of the students to learn and develop competitive spirit. You can develop that spirit and enthusiasm by creating a daily in-class assessment. Present these assessments precisely at the start time of each class. These assessments are quite brief. Usually 3 to 4 crafted multiple choice questions on whatever has been taught would suffice. Only the students who did out of the class assignment or reading and were attentive in the class are likely to score well on these in-class assessments. What is the benefit of carrying out this activity? Firstly, the outcomes of daily assessment can provide students with a tangible evidence of how he or she is performing. Secondly, it provides students bonus points opportunity, which acts as an incentive to first of all get to the class and to be there on time. Similar to this, we have one more strategy, which is class quiz contest. Contests or competitions are a must in order to bring out the best in your students. Teaching online does not preclude organizing contests or competitions. In the synchronous classes also, quizzes can be conducted. You can either do it in a technical way by creating multiple choice questions using forms. You can ask students to complete the quiz on their individual devices during the class time, and then you can review their response. Or you can do it in the traditional way by simply reading out a question in a live class and have students respond in the chat screen, or have them raise hands and answer. It's up to you whether you want these quizzes to be a part of the course grade or you just want to use it for practice. Quiz contests can help boosting self-esteem of the students and make them mentally strong. Just 3 more strategies to go. Revving up your students. Just like it is important to warm up the car engine for its smooth functioning, in the same way, it is important to rev up your students in order to engage them cognitively. So, it becomes of immense importance that you do a quick social check-in at the beginning of the class. Instead of leaving an awkward silence while the students are arriving, use that opportunity to chat. You can ask students maybe about what's new and interesting in their lives, what their holiday plans are, how are they spending their study from home time, what activities do they carry out to enjoy, and so on. You might even consider preloading a slide that features a current event, a cartoon, or celebrity to spark conversation in the minutes before the class begins. This will eventually get the students talking. Another way of getting students to talk is choose and answer questions. Asking questions helps you to grow your students' curiosity about the topic. It also helps you in assessing the level of understanding of concepts by the students. So, ask more and more content-relevant questions in class. But how can you motivate them to answer your questions? For this, ask questions that require students to pick a side. You can consider asking either-or questions like, what is more essential to student success, being organized or being creative? Another example. Overall, do you think the impact of online classes has been positive or negative? Or you can ask yes or no questions like, have you understood the concept? Yes or no? Are online classes effective? Yes or no? For response, you can ask students to write their opinion in the chat window or make them raise their hands. A few students can then be picked to explain or defend their positions. When students are asked to state an opinion, they become more invested in discussing it. The last strategy of the video: students, share your screen. We all use flipped classroom strategy in our traditional classrooms. So why not to take its advantage online as well? Why not have a flipped e-classroom? You must be wondering, how can it be done? It's simple. You can ask students to give live presentations during the class. Also, they can be asked to solve the questions in live class and share their screen and explain it to the whole class. You can always keep a grading system for sharing screen and giving presentations to make the students contribute to it seriously. With this, we come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and gained some valuable insights. Follow the next session for some more strategies. Thank you.